In today's video, we're putting together a good cast for your movies. Coming up. Hello everyone, my name is James Martin. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm showing you how to produce a good movie, and especially how to put together the perfect cast. If this is your first time being introduced to me, I post weekly tips and strategies of how to make great movies, as well as sharing stories on my filmmaking journey. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. But right now, let's get to the video. So first off, who actually does the casting? Usually it's the casting directors. Your casting director is in charge of putting together auditions to get actors to sending audition tapes so that you can find the right actor to play the roles. That's typically the job of the casting director, but sometimes as producer, you can go out and get those cast members as well, especially if you're out to get influencers, right? Having those connections really helps. The next thing you want to keep in mind is what audience are your actors bringing? You want to really make sure that you have a good idea on the type of movie you're making, as well as the potential audience you want to bring towards your movie, right? I've spoken about it before about having that niche audience, because if you gear your movie towards everyone, you end up attracting no one. So you really want to keep a good eye on the type of people you want to attract to your movies, right? So just keep an eye on the type of audience that they're going to bring, okay? Make sure they have good standing, connections and relationships with their audience. They're not on bad terms with anyone. So that way it does more good to your movie than bad. The next thing you really want to keep a careful eye on is to make sure that the actors are playing the characters, because so often I see, filmmakers who are friends with the actors and therefore they bring the actor on board. Sometimes do a good job, sometimes they don't, but you really want to keep a good eye on making sure that at the end of the day, they are fulfilling that role and they are adding value to that movie. My biggest tip on making sure you have good actors and people you can go up to play the roles in your movie is you want to make sure you have good relationships. So network. And while you're bringing actors to your movie, a lot of times people they get upset, and they just burn that bridge. Don't do that. Have good relationships, because sometimes you're going to make a movie, you're not going to have money, but at least a friend can pitch in, right? Or maybe you're looking for someone just to fill in that extra role at the last minute. You have actors you can bring on board. And who knows, even for your YouTube channels, I've brought on actors on my YouTube channels many times, right? Maybe not so much this one yet, but I'm always open for collaboration. And that's what's great about getting good relationships with your actors, right? Now, as a bonus tip, find young actors. So what do I mean by that? So are they fresh out of film school? When they're fresh out of film school, they're eager, they are just full of potential, and they really want to start making those relationships and good impressions, right? So they're going to take on the movies, right? Regardless of payment. They're going to take on some of the first few projects they can, right? This is your opportunity to bring them on board and just get to know them, see if there's any potential, right? And just test them out with your movie, because who knows, they'll do a good job then, right? And then you can bring them on to your next movie. If they don't do a good job, listen, they came for free. You're always going to go through casting. You're always going to make sure they do a good job, but at least you know then and there, it's not a huge waste of money that you got a good or a bad actor, right? So get them while you're young, and then that way you have those go-to actors that you have good relationships with, and you can bring them on board future projects. So I hope that helped you guys. If you got any value out of this video, please consider subscribing down below. Turn on that bell notification so you never ever miss a single upload ever again. I always post tips and strategies on how to make great movies, as well as sharing stories of my own filmmaking journey to hopefully bring some value on how to make your own independent movies. So I hope this helps. I can't wait to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know if there's any valuable tips you got out of this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.